Good morning, everybody. We got Sky Nelson in the house today. We're going to open with a song. So please rise as you are able and join us in singing this song. Here we go. Good morning, everybody. How many of you feel gratitude this morning? Yeah. I feel thanks. I feel thanks. I feel thanks, and I show it through my attitude. I feel thanks. I feel thanks. I feel thanks, and I show it through my attitude. I feel joy. I feel joy. I feel joy. Today. I feel strong. I feel strong. I feel strong. I show it through my attitude. I feel strong. I feel strong. I feel strong. I show it through my attitude. I feel alive, and I feel like everybody's singing together. Here we go. I feel alive. I feel alive. I feel alive. I show it through my attitude. Let me hear ya. I feel alive. I feel alive. I feel alive. I show it through my attitude. Break it down. I feel thanks. I feel thanks. I feel thanks. You know I do. I feel thanks. I feel thanks. I show it through my attitude. I feel thanks. I show it through my attitude. I feel thanks. I show it through my attitude. All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy New Year and welcome to our Unity of Walnut Creek service. My name is Susan Angelos.
And I'm Eileen Hausfeld. Welcome to our New Year's Eve service. Morning service. Morning service, because there will be one tonight, right? We all know that.
I want to greet and bless everyone who's with us online. Your presence adds to our spiritual community, and we are grateful to have you with us. Well, thank you for joining us. Please join me in welcoming our old friend and favorite, Sky Nelson. Joined by Tyler on keyboards. Thank you for sharing today.
Christopher Brown will deliver today's message. Christopher and Susan, his wife of 43 years, have led 6 international retreats focusing on the power of presence and direct spiritual realization. He's passionate about teaching, and for the past 13 years, he and Susan have been offering free monthly mindfulness inquiry workshops. When asked about the meaning of life, he replied, "It's to become a master at giving and receiving love." Amen, huh? So today's message is titled, Uncherished Gifts Vanish. Please join me in welcoming Christopher.
Before we begin, I invite you to turn your cell phones to silent as we enjoy this sacred service together, because you know it will go off during meditation.
So let's take a moment to be grateful for the land our center rests upon. This is Bay Miwok and Ohlone land.
We honor the Bay Miwok and Ohlone people of today and are grateful to those who stewarded this land before us. We commit to taking care of sacred native grounds and Mother Earth.
Unity is a positive path for spiritual living. Our vision for the world is, we envisioned
a spiritually awakened world where all life thrives in conscious oneness. And our mission is who we have come here to be. Let's say it together. We are a loving, inclusive community, expanding and living our divinity in sacred service for all. And our core values are love, connection, service, and wisdom.
So the ushers are coming forward with welcome packets. If you are with us for the very first time, welcome. If you feel comfortable, please raise your hand so we may give you a welcome packet. Is anybody here new? There you go.
Welcome.
Welcome. Okay, so new visitors, we invite you, new visitor, to come to, after the service, to the bookstore. It's also our cafe and welcome center. And you can there pick up a welcome gift. And then we hope you stay and visit with us for a little while afterwards.
Connection cards are available in the newcomer welcome packet and in the seat pockets in front of you. These are for everyone. With this card, you may submit a prayer request, and our prayer team will pray with you throughout the week.
You may also share feedback or request information on these connection cards. And so here in the sanctuary, please place your card in the offering basket when it comes through. And for those of you viewing online, there's a digital connection card that you can see on the Watch Live page of our website. Oh, we have several activities to highlight this week.
You are invited to our annual Burning Bowl tonight at 8 o'clock. Please release concerns and patterns that hold you back and set your heart ablaze with zeal and the promise of a wonderful new year. Our Reverend Dr. Johanna is leading the charge that day. So, yeah.
And then, also to welcome in the new year, next week, Sunday, at both services, we're going to have the White Stone Ceremony. And for any of you who don't know what it is, it's a ritual where we each receive a guiding word from Spirit as our North Star for 2024. So that'll be precious.
And join Reverend Kristen for a wonderful retreat held at the Unity Village in Kansas City, where the Unity movement began. For more details, attend an information and registration session on Sunday, January 7th or Sunday, January 29th. You may also pick up a flyer on the patio.
Would you like to learn more about Unity beliefs, principles, and history? Yeah. Reverend Kristen, you may join her for the Unity Basics class. That starts on Thursday, January 11th at 7 p.m. It's a 3-session class for 3 weeks, and it's in the sanctuary. It's open for everyone, and for those of you who want to become members, all 3 sessions are required.
And would you like to have fun? And meet new people? Come to Unity's Bunko Night on the second Friday in January and the second Friday in March. Bunko is a fast-paced dice game that's easy to learn. We change partners every round, so you'll get to meet lots of people.
That sounds like lots of fun.
It does sound like fun. Sign up on the patio or send an email to office@unityofwalnutcreek.org.
Did you know that every 20 minutes an adult over 65 dies due to a fall? So that's really profound. As we age, fall prevention education and skills become an absolute necessity to keep us safe, independent, and active. So join Healthy Aging coach Holly Reese for a 2-part fall prevention workshop series starting January 14th. Learn actionable skills to dramatically reduce your risk of falling. Sign up in the bookstore or online.
And would you like to be heard and respected and understood by the people around you and feel emotionally safe in your relationships? Reserve your seat at the Emotionally Safe Relationships class on January 20th for this rare opportunity to learn directly from Connection Practice founder, Reverend Rita Marie Johnson.
Yeah.
You will learn how to quickly create emotional safety in your relationships and how to navigate conversations when you have conflict with another person. Register in the bookstore or online. And for more information and registration for all our events, please see our website. You may welcome our welcome table for flyers.
So as we prepare for our time of meditation, please join me in taking a conscious breath and affirming our statement of faith together.
There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God.
We begin with music, followed by guided meditation and silence.
I am letting go. I am letting God. I am fully alive. Spirit by my side. I am letting go. I am letting God. I am fully alive. Spirit by my side. I am letting go. I am letting God. I am fully alive. Spirit by my side. I am letting go. I am letting God. I am fully alive. Spirit by my side. Spirit by my side. I am letting go. I am letting God. I am fully alive. Spirit by my side. 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 Spirit by my side.
And so as we continue to let go, trusting life as it unfolds exactly as it does, surrendering to the ever-flowing goodness of life and its support, we simply arrive at where we are right now, sitting in these chairs amongst these people in this field of love. And so we breathe in this love, and we give thanks, and we rest in this love, and we give thanks as we enter the silence. And recognizing the silence within the room, the silence that was here before it was even looked for, the silence that is ever present, inclusive, safe, totally dependable. This silence, our inner core, can always be touched in the midst of any storm. And so we give thanks for the silence that lives within our beloved safe harbor. And so we take a breath in gratitude for all of what is given, the gifts of this year and the gifts that are to come in the new year. We simply take another breath in, saying, Amen. Thank you. And so it is.
So it is. I am letting go. I am letting God. I am fully alive. Spirit by my side. I am letting go. I am letting God. I am fully alive. Spirit by my side. I am letting go. I am letting God. I am fully alive. Spirit by my side. Spirit by my side. By my side. I'm gonna live in love. I'm gonna do what it takes to let go. I'm gonna take my seat and let love run the show. Everything that I look at, I get attached. But I'm not gonna give weight to the wounds of my past. When it's me that will lose if I choose to resent what I have. But since I've got another chance, I'm gonna live in love. I'm gonna do what it takes to let go. I'm gonna take my seat, let love run the show. Everything that I look at, I get sucked in. And I'm already miles beyond it by the time I begin. And the details of this moment are already the past. But since I've got another chance, I'm gonna live in love. I'm gonna do what it takes to let go. go, I'm gonna take my seat and let love run the show. I'm gonna hold your heart as precious as anything that I know. I'm gonna take my seat and let love run the show. I'm gonna live in love. I'm gonna do what it takes to let go. I'm gonna take my seat and let love run the show. Yeah, I'm gonna hold your heart as precious as anything that I know. I'm gonna take my seat, let love run the show. I'm gonna take my seat and let love run the show.
Okay, you heard it. Let love run the show. Is there a more powerful message than that? Come on now. Thank you, Sky. That was beautiful. It's the first time I've heard it. He wrote that song, you know? I mean, come on. So it's great to be with you this morning, the last day of the year. This is the big send-off or the big new beginning, all of that all rolled up in one, the anticipation, yay! But it's also the unknown, and that's good too. But before we get into that, there was this minister, and they were having trouble with the collection plate, so he thought, well, he'd try something new. He'd try a contest. So the contest was whoever puts the biggest check in the collection plate, and we can try that today. A board member, right? Treasurer. So he decided to put, the biggest check gets to select the 3 hymns for the next Sunday service. So he starts the contest, the collection plate comes in, and guess who wins it? The Widow Johnson. And so the Widow Johnson, he invites them up at the end and said, you get to select the 3 hymns for the next Sunday service. And so she runs up and gets up here and looks around and says, I choose him and him and him. So we're at the beginning of the new year. And unless we reflect back on what's happened last year, we're building our house on the same foundation. And I'm a builder, so I know. The foundation sets the footprint for what's going to be happening in the new year. So thinking back on last year, what foundation have you set? What are you grateful for? And the title of this talk is Uncherished Gifts Vanish. If you don't cherish what you have, you don't see it. It disappears. Jesus said something like this. I'm probably going to screw it up, but it says something like, for those that have, more will be given. For those that have not, even that which you have will be taken away. Now, that doesn't mean the repo man's going to come and get your car. But it does mean if you don't appreciate your car, if you don't take care of it, if you don't get involved with it, it doesn't serve you. What about your relationships? If you don't cultivate your relationships, if you don't put the energy into it, you tend to forget about them. They're on a back burner. You don't know what you got till it's gone. So how do you keep that fresh before you? And I don't know of any more powerful spiritual practice than the practice of gratitude. Just being grateful for what has been given, for what already is here. We forget that the fact that we're here is a miracle. Each of us have hit the cosmic jackpot in terms of how we came together and were alive, and we were born into this world. We had parents that loved us, we had an environment that loved us, and here we are today. So, if we don't appreciate what we have, how can having more make you happier? So it gets down to, am I grateful for what I have in this moment? This community, the love of my friends, my family, my wife Susan, all of that, our pets, our possessions, the fact that we only have first world problems. We don't have third world problems. We have clean drinking water. So much of this, I'm probably the only one, I don't see it. I forget about it. But maybe this day we look back at all of our blessings, and go, wow. Simply, wow. Ever tried to be in gratitude and be angry at the same time? So think about what happens when you drop into gratitude, when you sink into gratitude. I know for me, I start feeling it here. I start feeling a warmth in the body. And my problems disappear because the focus is in the heart space. It's love. Gratitude is a love for what is presently now. It's not for the future. When I'm in gratitude, it's that feeling tone right now, and that feeling tone is the attractive force in spirituality. It's that emotional connection. It's not up here. It's down here. And you feel it. Someone can say, I love you, and you don't feel it. And someone can say those exact same words, and wow, you're bowled over because there was a feeling energetic behind it. So when we drop into gratitude and we get that feeling energetic, that's the creative power. It's that feeling tone of love, and it moves mountains. Marshall Rosenberg, the founder of Nonviolent Communication, I had a chance to study with him. And fabulous guy. He did a workshop in Washington, D.C. with the Quakers, who do a wonderful job of bringing lobbyists from both sides of the aisle together to find common ground on what's really important in life. And so he's starting in on his 3-day lecture, and 2 hours into it, the Quaker leaders said, hey, gather up. And they stopped the program and they gather up for a gratitude circle. And for the next 15 minutes, each member talked about what they were grateful for. And then Marshall continued. And 2 hours later, there they go again. And 2 hours later, there they go again. And after 3 days, there was this dinner at the very end. And they came together, and one of the leaders said, Marshall, what did you think of our gratitude circle? And he said, I didn't like it at first. it sort of disrupted my whole program. But then I got to see something. I got to see that probably without those circles, you would lose sight of the prize, of what you're here to do. That you wouldn't have the love to continue forward because you could get sucked in by the negative energy. Because it's so divisive in Washington, D.C. How do you keep centered? And that was the beauty of it. And there it is. And Marshall said, hey, I'm going to incorporate that in my own workshops from now on because it keeps us centered. It keeps us on point. It's the antidote for the negativity. Now, there's the story of the two wolves that live within us. I know you've probably heard them. I see heads, yes. And it's the story of the grandfather talking to the grandson, saying, there's two wolves that live within us. The good wolf, I'll say the wolf of, of gratitude, the wolf of love, the wolf of compassion. And there's the other wolf, the bad wolf, the wolf of shame and guilt and envy and anger and resentment and criticism, which really aren't bad things. Some are very appropriate at times. Depends upon where you're focused on and where you live. So, as he's talking to the grandson, he's saying, those wolves are constantly attacking and fighting with each other. And those wolves are within each of us. The question is, and the grandson asked, which wolf is going to win? And the grandfather said, whichever wolf you feed will win. And it's not really about winning once. It's continually feeding. That's the point. If you feed the wolf of gratitude, that wolf becomes stronger. So when criticism and when the other aspects of life come, you have the strength, like in Marshall's, with that gratitude circle, you have the strength then to be with whatever comes your way. Because you have, your grace bank account is filled with the work that you've done. So every time that you are grateful, that sort of puts a little ka-ching in your grace bank account. That's an energetic coin that goes in, and it uplifts us. So, Ram Dass talks about how to be a master at life. What's the mastery piece in life? How do you really get through life with ease and grace? And he said, the ability to get off of it quickly, to let it go. Not to spiritually bypass it, but to let it go. This is a first world problem. This isn't serious. It's just my pride, or it's just, I didn't want it that way. How quickly can we move from upset back to gratitude? How quickly can we get back to peace, back to our center? There is a lot of suffering in the world. I don't need to tell you that. But there has always been a lot of suffering, and that's not to negate it. But it's like, can I be with the suffering, not to turn my back on it, but to be with it in an appropriate way with the response that feels genuine for me? These are big questions. I mean, to be spiritual really is to be able to see the whole picture, to be inclusive of all of it, to see from the eyes of the beloved. So, by practicing gratitude, you're basically completely cleansing the eyes so that you can see clearly, but seeing clearly through the heart, as opposed to seeing through our past conditioning. And this is what I would consider true spirituality. The true spirituality is moving from complaint to gratitude. It's been moving from I'm not enough to I am not only enough, I am a source of good in the world. This is where the true spiritual transformation comes, from noticing not what I don't have, but what I do have and what I have today, now, and how I can move with that. I had chronic back pain for 15 years. And for those that have been in pain, it's tough. And it taught me a lot. And there was nights when I would whimper going to sleep, going, I don't want to get up in the morning. It's too hard. I can't go on. And one day I was walking on the street, going to the store, and I see this blind man clicking his cane. And I noticed, would I trade with him? Would I trade my eyes if he could take my back pain away? Would I trade places? And the answer was no, I would not. And that was the beginning of a transformation for me right there on that sidewalk. And I said, good morning. And the blind man said, yes, it is. Whoa. How can he be that open and that joyous in life, and he has no eyes, and all I have is a little back pain, and I have eyes that work. I can walk, I can dance, I've got friends, I have family, I have money, I have time, I have my health. I just have a little pain. Where's my gratitude? Where's my gratitude? And I started scolding myself. Come on. Wake up. Wake up. What's your problem? Really, what's your problem? You. So you get where I'm going. We have these gifts, and we overlook them. We overlook of all of the things that are working. When we have an issue with our body, that's just, a couple million cells. The other trillion are doing great. They're partying. They're having a good time. But where do we focus? And what we focus on, we get more of. Our attention is there. So if I'm focusing on my back pain, guess what? People used to say, hey, how's your back today? And then I would look, oh man, it hurts. When it wasn't hurting before, I was asked. You hear what I'm saying? Yeah. So I switched from that point forward, going, how's your back pain? It's great. It's fine. Even if it was hurting, I would always say fine, and I wouldn't look to evaluate it. And bit by bit, something started to change within me. What was I focusing on? I'm doing good. I enjoy life. Not that, I've got you get the idea. I'm going to end with this final story. And this is a story of this young boy, 7 years old. He was going to have an operation, really dangerous one. He was scared. His parents were scared. This was a life and death operation. They go to the hospital. They're in the hospital now. And it's 8 o'clock in the morning. He hasn't eaten. They're holding hands. They're worried. The doctor comes in. The doctor comes in and says, I know how you feel. I know how worried you are. I'm a little anxious myself. He's real though, yeah? This is life and death. This is a big deal. And this is where the doctor departed. he took both of their hands and he looked them straight in the eye. And he said, "For today, he is my son also. He is my son, and I will do the very best I can." And he leaves and takes the son. 5 hours later, he comes back and said, "Our son is doing beautifully." So, the father was so impressed with the quality of that doctor that he decided that he was going to do volunteer work at the hospital to help other parents in similar situations. He printed out the story. It became viral. That's how I heard it. And so his gratitude for the doctor has lived on. And so when we go into gratitude, there's a ripple effect every single time. And when Reverend Kristen says, do good work, have fun, spread joy, that's real. That's real. And if we keep that, close to our hearts, if we can remember that uncherished gifts vanish, wow, amazing things will result as that, keeping that before us, those moments of high resolve. I think it's time for our affirmation. And so breathing this in, I cherish my life exactly the way it is. I no longer have complaints. And so it is.
Thank you, Christopher. We cherish your gift in the message you gave us today.
We are grateful. You're one of the things we'll be grateful for going into the new year.
Yes, indeed.
Our prayer chaplains are available after this service to provide personal prayer support. If you are a prayer chaplain serving today, please stand. Yay. Our prayer chaplains wear the lavender stoles.
Whether you have a joy or concern in your heart today, praying with our prayer chaplains is a powerful opportunity to have your intentions raised up in consciousness. And now, let's open our hearts to the practice of giving. I invite you to prepare your gifts as we align with the universal law of circulation. As we give, we shall receive. In truth, there is no lack or limitation. Abundance is our true nature. Amen. For your convenience, there are a variety of ways to financially give to this community, shown on the slide in front of you. For those of you watching online, there is a donate button on the Watch Live page. We encourage everyone to avoid bank fees and set up automatic giving to Unity through your bank's bill pay system.
And now I invite you to take your tithe or offering in your hand and repeat our affirmation together. Divine love, one with me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am joy-filled and grateful.
I am joy-filled and grateful. Yes. Yes. Think for yourself. Do what you love. Think for yourself. Do what you love. If you can simply see what matters, then love will lead you there. You love the things you've always done. You love those things you've always done. If you can simply see your history, then love will lead you there. Love will lead, oh, love will lead. Love will lead you there. Your heart is guiding the way. Your vision of tomorrow matters. Your vision of tomorrow matters. If everyone can see the picture, then love will lead us there. Love will lead, oh, love will lead. Here come the kids. Love will lead them here. The world has been changing. You and I are a part of that change. All the love we feel, that joyful, happy, positive wolf that we feed, it's all a part of that change. But we don't have to know what the right thing to do is. We don't have to know which way to go or what to choose, because our heart and love is always leading the way, right? Oh, there's water on the windows, it's cleaning off the view. Solutions everywhere. I say love will lead, oh, love will lead. Love will lead us there. Yeah, love will lead, oh, love will lead. Love will lead us there. Love will lead us right here.
I'm sorry, I can't come over there. The microphone's here. As we bless this offering, we bless the giver and the gift, that it may go forth and multiply and increase the good in our lives and the lives we touch. Together, we give thanks for the ever-increasing, constant flow of absolute good in our lives now.
Then, let's bless our children and teachers together.
We got to bring them in first.
We got to get them in here. They're gonna have to
Are you
sing.
guys ready? Everybody. We are circle of love. We are the circle of love. Come join the circle of love. Come join the circle of love. Light in you and light in me, I want. Light in you, the light in you and the light in me, I want.
Subbing for Michelle again, and these are all the kids, and we talked about, we did a little guided meditation, and we got our vision for our intention for the upcoming year. So all the kids picked a word or a thought that they wanted to bring in for the next year, and we had our little stones, and we got to write on them. Does anybody want to share what they got? Want to share? What was yours?
Play more.
Yeah! Love it! We had 2 Pokemon, so that was very important too. Yeah, so they're bringing lots of good things into the new year.
All right, then let's bless our children and teachers together. Children and teachers, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divine light within you.
All right, we're going to close with our song, Wherever I Am. So rise if you are able. And if you like to hold hands, that's nice. But get permission. It's not for everybody. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever you are, God is. Wherever we are, God is. And all is well. Wherever you are, God is. Wherever you are, God is. Wherever we are, God is. And all is well. And all is well.
You are the light, the love, the peace on earth right now. So let your light shine, have fun, and spread joy.